Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Stunlock and this is Backbone. This is yet another game released on Game Pass recently. I figured I would do a preview of it for you guys in case you are curious and not sure if you want to play it, or if you're thinking about buying it. As usual, check the description if you want to know more details about the game. We're going to play the first chapter, and that should give us an idea of what this game's like. So let's get started. That's very interesting. So for visuals, you got gamma and vertical sync. You probably have more on PC. See audio. Audio, we've got the typical stuff: master, music, ambience, effects, and UI. Of course, we turned down the music. I did all of this stuff earlier, just in case. And I looked at the controls already. As you can see, L button, the LB switches between languages. Really weird. But otherwise, it's pretty simple layout. All right, so I think we've seen enough here. Let's jump into it. Act 1, Prologue. So our hero is a detective. I think he's a raccoon. And he's reading a book while taking a bath. I've never done that. I should try it. Sorry I missed your call. Yeah, no problem. 27 on the buzzer. I guess someone's showing up. Just enough time to clean up. Alright, press L to move around, press A to interact with objects, and press for the detective menu. Okay. Let's work the room. L to drag and drop items. Some items can be picked up by pressing X. We got a bowl of what looks like, what was that, oatmeal? Cream of wheat? Dangly feet. Okay. Case files. Insurance fraud, stolen cars, estranged lovers. Should probably bin some of these old case files. Got a cork board here. Looks like this is just, okay, yeah, it's naming some parts of the town or the city. Gotta hit up Frankie to fix it when I have cash, so never. Like most detective stories, he is hard up for money. Call mom, buy soap, pay bills, don't die. Photochemicals. Leaving photo developers in the kitchen is a sure road to... Oh, I didn't read that fast enough. Hard to get tired of this view. I'm trying to move through it quickly. I don't want to linger too long on anything. Toilet books. The Great Apes, the Great Story. Swell toilet read. Yeah, that's something I don't do either. I don't read on the toilet. Not that you needed to know that. Anyway. Okay, just practicing some crouching. Let's move on. Oh wait, we're supposed to clean up, right? So, place chemicals. Everything knows its proper place. That must be Mrs. Green. Excuse me, I'm looking for Detective Lotor. We spoke on the phone. At your service, Miss Green. How's your day going? Oh, truth be told, my back's killing me. Pregnancy puts pressure on the spine, and please, Odette is fine. You got it. How can I help you today? I understand this sort of thing is routine in your line of work. It's about my husband, you see. Listening. He just hasn't been himself lately, getting home at odd hours, making weird excuses. He's cheating. I think so, but I need real proof, right? To go to the court. Oh, she's trying to get out of this. Wow, okay. Fine. He has a mean temper, unpredictable. That's all you need to know. Alright, I'm taking a case. Let's talk about details. Sure, what do you need to know? Well, let's start out with... what's his name? His name is Jeremy Green. People call him Jez. Alright, and what does he look like? Okay, he gave us a photo. He wears glasses, square ones, wedding band. Carries a black briefcase to and from work. So he usually comes home straight from work, okay. Let's see, he is wearing a green tie and hat today. So we might have to like ID this guy, so it's good to know these kind of things. He works at Wolf Bank. Right. So he hangs out with some of the people at work sometimes. And about the money, she's gonna give us 100 now and 50 when it's all said and done. She's asking if we can be trusted to get this done. To be honest, I can't promise you that. All I can do is my best. I have to put a lot of trust in you, Mr. Lotor. Please don't let me down. Of course, I'll get right on it. Call you later tonight. Goodbye, Odette. Alright, so that's our first case. I think we should just move on with it, right? Can we leave now? Very nice. So I understand this game is dialogue heavy, and a lot of it is about saying the right thing at the right time to the right people, which opens and closes certain doors, and there's an element of stealth. So far I'm really digging the visual style, the music. This is really nice, this is really pretty. Granville smells like the wet concrete, overpriced fast food. Yo, old man, take a look at this photo. Have you seen this guy around? Nah, man, even if I had, why would I tell you? How's your day? Just hanging out. What's up with you? I'm tracking someone for a case. Okay, now we're talking. What'd the guy do? Murder? Arson? These are some crazy answers. He's just missing. Man, that's a letdown. Who is the chump? That's under client. Detective convent. I don't know what to say here. Ooh, tell me later then. If you're good, laters. Alright, I don't know what that conversation was about. Hold R to run. Anatoly. Hey, if it isn't Mr. Howie, what's a rascal like you doing up on a fine evening like this? I'm looking for someone. Let's see. Alright, asking him about his wife. He says that his wife's doing great. Bless the shepherd. I guess that's their version of God. Got a second son coming soon. I'll manage. Now, what did you say you were doing here? See, here we go. Now he wants to help us. Yeah, I see him. Barrel of laughs kind of guy. Smells really bad. Just took him back from the bite a couple of times. So he has met the person, this otter. He smelled funny. You know, poopy kind of smell. Stale booze and perfume. Herbs. Awful, awful stuff. Any idea where he'd be now? Guess the bite is as good a guess as any. It's a goopy place though. Take care, my man. Bye. So, we believe he is at the bite. They did a great job restoring the rogue. If people watch more movies, maybe the world wouldn't be so sad. He's not wrong. Okay. Wolf Bank. Is this where Green works? I believe it is. Man, the detail in here is great. See, you folks work at the Wolf Bank, right? Yeah, why? Take a look at this photo. Have you seen this man recently? Yeah, why? And who are you? Wallace. Owes me money. I've been looking for him everywhere. Let's go with that. You and me both, pal. And Derek. Good luck getting it back anytime soon. Oh, he'll pay if I can find him. Seen him today? Of course, but the wimp ass left work early. He's scared Derek's gonna split his wig. Where do you think he headed? Where do you think he headed? Oh, that's not nice. I'm not saying that one. He doesn't know. Let's just say that. Alright. He called me a rack. He says now skedaddle rack. Wow. Is that the pejorative for a raccoon in this world? Alright. I definitely wouldn't fit in with this crowd. Wouldn't want to. So this is the bite. This is where our guy is. We gotta get in. Oh god. Hank. No entrance for raccoons. Goodbye. Wow. How about, I'm sure we can arrange something, big boy. Get me a personal invitation signed by the Great Apes and I'll let you in. Deal? Okay, that was a dead end. Apparently, the gorillas or apes are like the high society people in this world. Alright, so this is Larry. Who's Larry? Howard. I'll be damned, it's been a while. Wow, Larry. The one and only. It's been too long. What's going on, old man? You call an old man, you old rascal. Alright, that's fair. Plus, these rags really don't help my appearance any. I didn't expect you to be here, to be honest. Who really expects to see anyone of note in a back alley? What's going on? What are you up to? Wait, do you live here? Live? Have you seen how tough the crowd here is? No, I live at the bridge. It's really not as bad as it sounds. I'm sorry, Larry. Can I help you in any way? Not really. Thank you, though. Now, what's your deal? Have you seen this otter guy around here recently? What did he do? Say nothing serious, just messed up his marriage? No. Or, yeah, the first one. What's he look like? He's about my height, chubby. We have a photo, let's use that. Have you seen him? Haven't seen him, sorry. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here often and hear people talk. You told him about the bouncer, tough break, it's really more of a cat and dog crowd in there. You said your guy's an otter, that's weird. Any ideas of how I can get in? What you could do is ask Johnny, he'd know better than me. Who's Johnny? Squirrel kid with the leather jacket, he's a pusher. I don't entirely know what his deal is with Bite, but they're chummy. He's a pusher. He's selling something called Monkey Butt. Who comes up with these names? It's like they don't want you to do drugs. Yeah, with a name like that. And why would he help us? Might take some convincing, but he's chill. I've seen him help people cut the line. His clients, I think. What do you know about the Bite? Owners of Bloodworth, so lots of rumors floating around about this whole ordeal. So the bears in here are like a crime family, or this particular bear family. Head of the family died, and the heir went to prison. So the person who's running the Bite now is the head of the Bloodworth family, crime family. Alright, hopefully that's enough for me to get into the Bite. Thanks. You got it, Howard. Welcome distraction, really. See you soon. Sure, Larry, thank you. I'll see you. Alright, I'm gonna guess this guy's name is Ralph. Intercom, no answer. says stay vigilant on the door. Alright, that's a dead end. Let's keep it moving. I have a feeling we're gonna have to come back and talk to Larry again. Alright, so we gotta find this Johnny guy. Got it. So that's the sneak part. I know there's a lot of sneaking in this game. Ah, crap. Downey's on duty in the booth up ahead. I can't deal with this guy right now. So let's sneak past him. Okay. I guess we avoided talking to him. Looks like he's an actual cop. So this is Bo. Good day to you, friend. Fancy some fresh news? Anything good happening for a change? For a loon, you can read them all with your own eyeballs. I just want the headlines. Front pages today are all grade 8 parade preparations underway. Celebration starts Friday. How's that news? Sorry to hear that. Gotta go? No, cheer up. Well, how about you buy something then? I've got nibbles, fizzy drinks, something for everyone. Actually, I just remembered I gotta run. Oh, loyal customer, my ass. Get out of here. Well, excuse me. Bye, Bo. So far, I'm liking the feel of this game. It's got a nice atmosphere to it. What do you want? I have the ticket right here. No, wait. Still no. Don't ask me again. I thought maybe you're asking him if I could get in. Here's a ticket. What is this? You're a funny little fella. It's a dirty piece of paper you found in a dumpster, so no, but thanks for a good laugh. Wow. Want to hear another joke? No. Don't test my patience. Let's try it. A bear and a raccoon walk into a bar. F off. Alright, so this is going nowhere. We gotta find Johnny. This guy right here. Yeah, this is him. It does look like a squirrel. Who's asking? I am. Name's Wallace. I'm gonna tell him my real name. Fitting name for a grown-ass dude in a trench coat. What do you need? I need to get into the bite. I'll bet you do, Bao. Why should I care? Tell him the truth. I'm a detective looking for my target in the club. Yeah, let's go with that. You're so ugly when you're angry. Stop chatting about my face. Don't look at it. Good one, Johnny. Someone in that club needs my help. Do you understand that? So you're a good Samaritan, and who's gonna save your dumbass? Not that I give two F's. Just, I'll talk to Hank. F off now. That wasn't so hard, was it? Oh, we got what we wanted. So I just learned that you don't have to be super nice to everyone to get what you want. It's a bit of manipulation and kind of sort of banter helps. What do you want? Here's Johnny. Hey Johnny, oh, you brought my favorite customer, Striper. You can come in. Don't cause any trouble. Thanks. Alright, we got in. So this is the bite. Jazz, alcohol, beautiful canine ladies. All a little too high end for my taste. Renee. Well, you're unusual. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah. As you will, though it was just an observation. Renee Wilson. Wallace, pleased to meet you. That's a fake name. You're too young for a Wallace. That's a good, she's good. She's good. Alright. Well, I'm Wallace tonight. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. Delightful. Do I detect sarcasm? Not at all. I'm truly delighted. My night just got a lot more interesting. I hope you'll tell me about yours once it's over. Take my card. Investigative journalist. She might be of some help. It's a living, usually. Have you seen an odder gentleman here tonight? I guess she's not answering that. Colby. Hey there. You're here for Eden Simmons' show, too? I read that wrong. I'm so happy to see her live, finally. I haven't heard of her before. Has a nice sound, though. Well, I'm probably a bit biased, but yeah, she's great. You sound like a big fan. I got a record player just for her. She's mostly all I listen to. Oh, I guess you are a big fan. Let's see, does she play here often? From time to time. I like the place. It's very classy and the food is great. Let's see, and they have good taste in music. Well, you can only be sure if you stay for the whole show. Let's do number 2. Wish I could ask her if she's seen the guy in the photo. Has she seen our guy? Let me think. I think I saw someone like that walk in. Did you see where he went? Yeah. Talked to this lady in the jade-colored dress and then went upstairs, I think. Was his hat green? Oh, yes, and so was his tie. I thought that was funny. Did he have a briefcase? I'm not sure, I'm sorry. Thanks. Enjoy the show. Lady in the green dress. There's another one, Audrey. Let's talk to her. Isn't this too dreamy? Well, you sure are. Let's try to flirt and see what happens. God, I love this music. Wanna dance with me? That's probably a little too forward, but let's try it anyway. Sorry, no. Yeah, we got shut down. She's like, not really, leave me alone, okay? Alright. Swing and a miss. Alright, let's talk to Ingrid. Evening, sugar. Enjoying yourself? In here? How could I not be? Yeah, let's go with that. We aim to please. So you work here? Sure, honey, but not for the likes of you. Wow. What does that mean? For the VIPs, then? For a certain class of customer. Dedicated ones. And what does dedicated earn? You tell me. Better yet, come back when you know. Wow. This is not how you make good with the customers. I hope you know better than to proposition me. I wouldn't dare. These dialogues choices are actually very good because it gives you like a lot of different ways to approach anything that someone says. All right, so she's basically pressing me a little bit. We just told her that we also do photography. She says she does photography, so we're letting her know that we do that too. What do you shoot on? A Leica prime lens? I'm into it. Used to have a Leica too. Maybe you would pick it up again. Wouldn't count on that. It never leaves you? Think we'll go with that? Don't try to explain things to me. Of course, Miss. Call me Ingrid, Mr. Howard? I don't know what to say here. Just Mr. will do? No, that's too rude. Yeah, we'll go with that. Mr. Howard, I hope to see you again soon. Could I buy you a drink? Uh, yeah, let's try it. Let's see what she says. It's probably a bad idea. Oh wait, she's good if you insist. Well, what's your poison? Surprise me. I'll try. Right, well, I guess we can see if we can actually buy her a drink. Listen to music. Oh, wait a minute. This looks like a bear. Clarissa. I think she's the one. She's the one Larry was talking about. You look a little lost. It's that obvious. It is to me. Let's see. What gave it away? You're not exactly dressed for a soiree, darling. Are you saying that I don't belong here? And what, let's see, then what brings you here tonight? You're not a troublemaker, are you? Oh boy, this is not good. Do I look like a troublemaker to you? There's an old saying about books and their covers, but you know better than me. Well, my cover today is a raccoon in a trench coat. Not too troubling, in my humble opinion. Go with that one. She's very suspicious of us. And how should I address you, Mr. Raccoon? I can't tell her that I'm a private investigator. She owns this place and they're doing illegal stuff. Ah, so you like to be the one in control. I can assure you that won't work in our relationship. Oh boy. I think she's already on to me. I'm gonna tell her my name is Wallace. I'm gonna stick with that. Right? Yeah, let's do that. I like the fact that I really have to think about every single thing I say. Pleasure is mine. And what do you do for a living, Wallace? Nothing specific, just gigs here and there, whatever pays. She cannot know that we're investigators, that we are an investigator. A man of many talents. As for me, I'm Clarissa Bloodworth. I own the bite. Oh, allow me to say you've got a very cozy place here. Thanks. I do strive to offer a sophisticated experience here. And you excel at it. Say, what would you say really stands out here? Folks say that our chef specialist to die for, but I pride myself on everything here being equally special. So what brought you here tonight? Ah man, she is questioning me too much. I don't like this. I'm not gonna say... I really have to think. No. I'm here to meet a friend. Let's not be very specific. No, wait. Yeah, let's tell her who we're looking for. And you were just meeting him for a quiet drink? She knows who he is. That's our business? I don't believe you. Which makes it my business too. Oh God. We're co-workers. We agreed to meet for a drink. Mr. Wallace, if that's what your real name is, playing coy clearly doesn't suit you, and it's certainly not appropriate in my establishment. I suggest you take your business elsewhere. Oh man, I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know if there's even a right answer here. Sorry, darling. That's how the world works. Sometimes you don't understand things, and they still happen to you. Perhaps we'll be seeing each other again. Have a great night. You say so. Goodbye, Clarissa. Back on the street. We gotta figure out another way in. I hope there's a There's got to be another way, and there's that back door. Let's talk to Larry. Alright, Larry, what do you got? How did it go? Did you find him? I got kicked out. Oh, Howard. How'd you manage that? Let's see. I think I poked the bear. The bouncer? I met Clarissa Bloodworth. Oh man, what did you do? If she's upset, you better get used to watching your back. That's what I figured. How do I get back in there? Now hold up. You said you didn't go into cases like this anymore. I don't want to be mean here, so Larry, something is wrong and I need to find out. Option number 2. Geez, I'd recommend against it, but you do you. So, any other ways in? Truck over there just arrived and some fellows entered through the back door. I also heard voices coming from the roof, so they must have a door up there. Alright, well let's see, let's talk about this back door. They have a little intercom box. You ring, they pick up, and if you're someone they're expecting, they buzz you in. Any clues on how I could become someone they're expecting? No idea. Maybe they use some sort of code. You're the detective, not me. Alright, so let's talk about the rooftop. Well, most of these old buildings have one. Problem is, how are you gonna get on the roof? Let's see, is there a fire escape? Could you give me a lift? Nah, no fire escape. The bite is too high. Are there any other smaller structures you could climb first? Press stand. Whoa there, that could work. Start with the press stand. Go to Mackenzie, proceed along the roofs. You should know that Bo is kind of a dick nugget. That's a funny word. I actually heard that word for the first time like a year ago. Okay. So the press stand must be the guy we talked to all the way at the end. The rabbit. He said there's a truck back here. Okay, here we go. Starling Cider. Florence. What you looking at? Let's see. Are you alright? I'm fine. What's it to you anyway? Let's see. You don't look fine, I'm just trying to help. Sounds good. Now we'll tell her who we are. Nope, I'm a private detective, Howard Lotor. Detective? I don't understand. Let's see. Maybe we can help each other out? Ow. I need to find a way into the building. Can you help me? Maybe. I mean, not really. Tried the code at the door, but damn filthy slugs won't let me in. I just want to talk to her. What happened to your daughter? She's in that filthy... And I've been coming for days, but they say they won't let me talk to her. I'm her mother, damn it. I'll keep an eye out for her if I get in. What does she look like? Gray fur, name's Rosie. Rose. Drives her nuts when I call her Rosie. Just turned 20. If they hit a single whisker on my baby's face, I swear I'm gonna burn this hive to the ground. That explains the canister of gas. We need to ask her about the intercom. You said you tried this code on the intercom. I memorized it word for word. Great fire, damn me. I looked at the wrong schedule. Let me in. That's the code. The password or passphrase to get in, I guess. Do you know of any other way to get in? No, I've heard voices up on the roof, but how would you get up there? Please, if you see my daughter, just tell her I need her to see her, please. Alright. I don't think we spoke to anybody named Rose yet. Oh, we can go in the truck. Yeah, let's break in. The interior is filled with cardboard boxes and smells like rust. There's a weird looking recording device on the dashboard. The compartment seems to be unlocked. Open the compartment. You open the compartment and find a couple of newspapers and documents that look like invoices or checks. I'm getting the sense that this was written by a British person because some of the spellings and terms they use are not American. 2 newspapers in here. September 22nd and October 9th. Vicious wall attack leaves 3 defenders wounded, 1 dead. What does this mean? They all mention a company called Starling Cider. Okay. There's a weird looking recording device. Let's look at that. We have to put in a code. So let's put in the dates on the newspaper. Otherwise, why would they keep 2 old newspapers like that? Got 3 packages for you. Jeez, damn you. I can't fit that many. They expected you 2 hours ago. Continue being an ass. And I'll leave. Alright. I think what this is about is it's telling you how you should respond when you talk on the intercom. Like the person who's responding on the intercom has a bad attitude every time. Right? If you notice, like, that response is always kind of angry or whatever, so maybe we have to pretend to be angry. Let's try it. So I tried a few things. Got 1 package today. No, great, ready to load. Okay, coming in. All right, we are back in the bite again. The bar is just behind that door. Maybe I could sneak behind the angry bouncer. We got a lift here. Dirty pots. Don't look very clean. I wouldn't eat here even if they paid me. Okay. Freight lift going downstairs needs a turnkey. Alright, so we need to find a key. Got past the guard. Press X to crouch. Enemies can't hear you when you crouch and don't see you behind dark objects. Alright, so this must be a dark object. Keep a low profile. Take a peek into one of the rooms. Jez must be here. This must be the guy trying to catch us. Is that him? I guess not, there was no prompt. Alright, let's go. Let's get this right the first time. Damn, did I miss him? Maybe he left something behind that could help Odette. There's a green tie stuck behind the frame. How did it get there? Wait, what the? A secret lift? Secret lift. Green hat. Okay, he was definitely here. Where did he go? Here's the herbs, the monkey butt. It really does stink like a butt. Alright. Can we get in the lift? Looks big enough. I think I could squeeze into it. Not that I particularly want to, but I can't afford to be picky. Alright. That's a grim looking furnace. Really burning in here. Oh, I'm getting bad vibes. I'm getting very bad vibes right now. Looks like the guests of Bite are eating well. Greg, the inventory was off again. If I catch you stealing food, I'll chop your grubby little fingers. So somebody named Greg works here. Got an intercom. Let's try this tunnel and see where it goes. Okay, so we got a kitchen. Looks like we got to sneak past the cooks here. Alright, so guys, I tried to get past him, kept getting caught. I had to do some experimenting, and I think I understand how we do this. So what you have to do is get one of them to come in. There's two guys in the kitchen, but you're gonna get caught by the second guy every time. So you gotta insult him to make him mad and come into this room. And then when he's on his way, that's when you jump into the shaft here. So you have to do it quickly. That's the guy right there. Alright, so now the first cook, he's still here. You have to distract him by turning on the mixer. You slide past him and keep moving. Do not stop. Open this door. Alright, good. Some kind of locker room. Better keep moving. So let's read the stuff in here. Greg, the turnkey is missing again. It better be here when I get back. Here's another freight lift, but we still need that turnkey. Alright, we got a door, a coded lock, but we don't know anything yet, so I'm not even going to try it. What's this? Inspect the locker. Move items around. The left stick, right stick is to select. A is to change the order. Interesting. Alright, what do we have to do? Alright, so I messed around with this for a while. I will say one thing I don't like is the controls on this particular puzzle are terrible. Movement is extremely slow and it's very inaccurate. But anyway, I figured out on the top left there, that's your cipher, right? That tells you the order of the numbers that go in the code for the door. And you have to put these papers over the images in the right way, and it'll expose the correct numbers that match the shape, right? So you have square, which is 0. You have your circle, which is 4. Your diamond is 5. And your triangle is 1. So the pieces of paper are kind of like the decoder, and the shapes in the left corner, that's your cipher. If we put those numbers in the right order, this door should open. Success. It's so cold down here. Where are the lights? Man, it is dark down here. Let's duck just in case we run into someone. We're gonna stay incognito. Lights. Oh my, what? Wait, what? Oh my god. Is that him? Is he on a slab right now? It's a naked dead otter. F me, effing Jez. The corpse offers you no help. I'm glad that it doesn't. You place a finger on the corpse. It's not yet cold. Try to ascertain the cause of death. Body shows no obvious signs of violent death. It's just naked, dead, slightly overweight otter. Did he overdose? If he died naturally, it would be a serious coincidence. Right, that's ridiculous. Body still lies here. Probably murdered recently. Was he murdered or did he overdose though? Sniff body. Was used to be Jeremy smells like stale booze and cheap cologne held together by astringent herbal. Somebody's coming. That doesn't mean he died from an overdose though. I don't know. Wait a minute. Are they using real... Greg here. No, I'm still working on a cut Ugh, okay, coming. Are they using real people for their meat? Is that what the special is? Oh my god. Sorry, Jez. Even you didn't deserve this. Nobody does. The turnkey. Maybe I'll make it out alive. Oh, thank God. Okay. What about Sophie, though? How do we find Sophie? Or are we supposed to find her? I don't know. Really, I just want to get out of here, though. Alright. Use the lift. Laundry room. The bar is just behind that door. Maybe I could sneak behind the angry bouncer to the second floor. Yeah, but we don't need to do that anymore, do we? Escape. Right? I think we're done. Yeah, I don't blame you. That was rough. Very nice visuals, I have to say. I like it. Alright, so that's it for this one. That's the end of chapter 1. I have to say I really enjoyed it. I think that the visuals are great. The dialogue is really good. And the idea of having to navigate through conversations with people to try to manipulate them or to get what you want does a really good job in that regard. The sneaking is kind of iffy. Sometimes you get caught and it seems like it's not fair. It's pretty brutal, so you'll have to do certain parts over and over again until you get it right. The puzzles, the first puzzle, the big puzzle that we did on the locker, I thought that was pretty good in terms of the idea behind it, but I didn't like the controls at all. Overall, though, I'd say this game seems pretty good. If this is any indication of what the rest of the game is like, I'm actually going to go ahead and keep playing it. May even put it on the channel, we'll see. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you already know what to do. Until next time, peace.